I'm Pamela, I'm 43 years old, I've been living in Berlin and I've been a nightclub manager for over 20 years now. Berlin is renowned worldwide for its outstanding nightclub scene. One of the reasons why the club scene is so attractive is that the city is known as being liberal. You have a lot of personal freedom here, and also there was a lot of empty space. That's been changing for a while now, and it's getting even harder to find free spaces. Club Gretchen is in Kreuzberg, the heart of Berlin. The neighbours are artisans and workshops. The federal government, which owns the land, wanted to sell it. Legally, it was obliged to sell to the highest bidder, meaning a real estate investor who probably would have built expensive condominiums, forcing people out. But a deal was made to give the area to the state of Berlin, meaning the club and other businesses could stay. But gentrification is a hot topic.
What are the city's biggest problems?
I think the biggest problem is the question of space. We're talking about space to create. For a nightclub like us, it's very difficult to find new places, and it's even problematic to keep the old ones. One reason for this is rising rents. The owners of the building changed from a private person to an investor, whose only concern is to make money.
Von einer Privatperson zu einer Investorenfirma, denen es nur darum geht, irgendwie viel Kapital zu machen.
What should the government do to combat this?
Dagegen tun. Also die Politik muss
They need to realise that quick money is not always good money. I wish the government would have a longer perspective in mind and think about normal people with lower income.
Langfristiger denkt und eben auch an den kleinen Mann oder die kleine Frau denkt.
Gentrification doesn't only concern businesses. Pamela has the same problem as a tenant. The house in which she lives should have been sold, but the tenants decided to fight together and put pressure on local politicians. They were successful. The house was bought by an association and the tenants can stay. You've been through a lot with your house, your apartment and the club. How do you feel about it? Do you get the impression that sometimes people are not listening to your concerns? Are you angry about that?
Naja, man ärgert sich schon und man wird schon wütend, wenn man...
You get annoyed and angry when you get the impression that the situation is deteriorating. And I'm not against change, that would be stupid. But there are things that I like and I don't want to see them disappear. But our cases can be seen as success stories. Although the situation with the club is not finally resolved yet, I see things in a positive light because I think you can find a solution. If we continue to put our ideas on the table and try to talk to politicians, I think we can define the area in a way everybody gets something out of it.
Mit den anderen zusammen weiter einbringe und den Dialog mit der Politik suche, glaube ich, dass man in der Lage sein wird, dieses Gelände so zu gestalten, dass wir alle was davon haben.
How important is the election to you?
Ich finde, sie ist super wichtig, weil ich persönlich finde, dass die große Koalition...
Very important, because I think the big coalition is not taking us anywhere. It's like the apartment I had with a boyfriend.
Wir hatten so dermaßen unterschiedliche Vorstellungen.
Our ideas were different, but since nobody wanted to impose things, we found a compromise, and the apartment looks shabby. It had no style, no spirit. It wasn't going anywhere.
War überhaupt nicht richtungsweisend oder irgendwas. Diese Wohnung war einfach nur langweilig.
It was just boring. And to me, the big coalition is exactly the same. If, after the election, there is another big coalition, I really would like to vote again so that we can have a different outcome.